Okay, and we are live. All right. First of all, I want to thank everybody for wherever you're seeing this at, whether it's on YouTube, on the website, if you've seen it on anywhere on social media. My name is Coach Raymond Briggs. I'm a basketball coach here in San Antonio, Texas. I've been here for over a decade. It's home for me now. Just wanted to kind of take a minute, just kind of share something that was placed on my mind and my heart, and share with the basketball community here in San Antonio, or anybody around the state, or anybody really that's in youth sports or in youth basketball that has aspirations of playing basketball beyond high school. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to kind of reach out to some guys who are currently in college and put this video series together that I labeled Confessions from College, where basically have some guys that are in college right now who have went through the process, all had great high school careers here in San Antonio, have been through different situations, different stories, different experiences throughout the recruiting process and throughout their college experience. And let them just kind of share their experiences with you a little bit. I hope it can give you a little insight, add a little value into you as you prepare yourself to be a college prospect, or if you're already being recruited, some things that you might want to have in mind, or maybe you're getting to that last year. Here's some guys that are fresh, fresh into doing it. Some guys that are just recently have done it, not old guys like me that did it 10, 15 years ago. So got a special guest over here, a guy that I have a lot of respect for. Played basketball here in San Antonio at East Central High School. Mr. Evan White is here with me live and from his college dorm. Evan, you doing all right? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically, what we're going to do, we're just going to ask you, a couple questions here, and I want you just to be, just open and honest with guys, because there may be parents that may be seeing this, it may be high school guys that are seeing this, it may be some middle schoolers or elementary kids who, want to go to the NBA right now, that just want to get, want to hear something real from a real person. So, first question I want to ask you, I want you to kind of just be honest, and just kind of share with people just kind of give a little background as far as what you did here while you were in high school. I know you put up some real good numbers here during your high school career. I know you had a good team that you were on and stuff, but what was kind of your process that you went through from being a sophomore, junior, senior in high school, getting into the recruiting process to being someone that was actually offered a scholarship to play college ball? What was that process like for you?
Well, tell you the truth, the process was really difficult. I love my each year of my high school career. I enjoyed it. One thing I kind of regret. There's an old term, put all your eggs in one basket. I never really wanted to go far from San Antonio. I wanted to stay close, and so Concordia was first looking at me at Division 3 up in Austin, and that was really the my first school that really interested me in stuff. The coach went to my high school, played the same system, so it was basically like going to college with playing like high school, like do the same stuff I did in high school, and I already said yes, I'm going to go there. But with Division 3, they don't give us scholarships, so they're trying to give me all this grant money, but find out that during spring break after my season, I couldn't. I wasn't accepted for none of the grants, and would had to pay $22,000 just to go to school and dribble a basketball. So that was really difficult, and that's one thing I want to tell kids, that don't put your eggs in one basket. Like, take your time with the recruiting and everything. Just be real focused on the season. Talk to the coaches and stuff, and see what it fits you. Concordia was a good fit for me, but I couldn't afford that kind of money. So with all that, I had a stressful moments throughout my high school, my last senior year, just figuring out where I'm going. Then I found a school up in Dallas, named Northlake, Division 3 JUCO, and I was going to go there until one day, uh, a coach told me there was a scholarship tryout for Lamar State College, and I can say I worked my butt off for the whole week to get ready for that scholarship, and was there an hour early because I know I was really focused trying to get the scholarship. Next thing you know it, I did well in the scholarship, and when I tell you, Coach Brig, I was making threes after threes after threes. It was just beautiful. Like, I don't know. I guess God told me that you work so hard that it take patience. So the next day, there was 12 people that tried out, and Coach picked four. I was top four without, like, I was just top four. Next morning, the coach called me. go on a recruit. Crew was good, and and what beautiful thing. It was in Port Arthur, Texas, which my mom was born in Beaumont, which only 20 minutes away. So I had family there. So, that was a great fit. See family I haven't seen for a while. Spend time with them. They come see my games. It was a perfect fit, and I got the scholarship. So one thing I could say about high schools and their recruitment: never put your eggs in one basket. You get I don't know how many high school I don't know how many visits you get, but use your visits. See how the school is, see if it's fit for you. Maybe the school that you're really into, but when you go there, it may not be the fit for you. So make sure the teammates are well and everything. And that's one thing I learned from my high school recruitment, and want to give to tell other kids about that.
Now, on the basketball side, playing at East Central, your senior year, and I know, man, I know you're a hard worker and a great kid and stuff like that. What are some things that you were most proud of on the basketball side of the house that you were able to accomplish in high school, whether it was your junior year or senior year? What are some things that you was able to do that you kind of look back on, and it's, some of those lasting memories that you remember on the basketball side of the house?
My compliment in high school was one, my sophomore year. I was gonna be on varsity, even if I only get in for 2 minutes. I got varsity my sophomore year, and I'm blessed because I was able to play with Jordan Clarkson, Andre Roberson, both of them in the NBA. Play with some players I could say I played against them. You know, that's one thing I could accomplish. And then especially my senior year, I think my senior year was my most humble year. I learned how to be a leader. It was me, John Baker, and Derek Johnson. We all said we were going to step up, and we stepped up. We got East Central on the map, being top 8 in the city, and we did that. The only thing that was a downside, we lost first round, and we just had an off game as a team. That was like one of my best performances in my life. but 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 overall, I had a great senior year. Even though it didn't go as the ending didn't go as well, I know I accomplished well. I put my mark in San Antonio. I could say that, and I know one of the best in market was when I was Player of the Week in San Antonio. That may not seem a lot to some players, but that was meant a lot to me. Just being Player of the Week, being on the newspaper with my picture on there, and I can remember that forever. And we still won a few tournaments. Won the San Antonio tournament. I got MVP for that, and you know, there's a lot of accomplishments I did at East Central, and I know I left my mark at East Central, and that what I just wanted to do, just leave my mark, and I know I did, and I'm just blessed where I'm at, where it led me to, I should say.
Yeah, and I tell guys a lot of times. I know even for me, or even other people when I talk to them, whether it's parents or got people that played high school 20, 30 years ago, those high school experiences, those high school memories are things that you'll never forget. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
There's just certain moments that you remember in high school like they were yesterday. And when you start talking about high school, people's eyes always just seem to kind of drip back in their head, and they remember it like it was yesterday. The emotion, the feeling, the vibe, all that stuff is just so real, and that's something that's so beautiful. I mean, I think every person that plays high school ball wants to have that memory, wants to have that moment that they can cherish and keep with them for the rest of their life. Because 20 years from now, you're still going to remember, what I'm saying, those moments you're talking
Hmm.
about right now, like it was yesterday.
Right.
It's that enjoyable of experience. So, what would you say, like, in case so you were talking about, not putting all your eggs in one basket, kind of, looking at different schools, thought you were going to go one place, end up at another place, different stuff like that. What were some of your expectations of college? So, so you got to college, you said first you was at Lamar, right?
Lamar State College, Port Arthur.
Okay, Lamar State College, right? So you get to Lamar, you're on campus. What were some of the expectations that you had when you got there, and kind of, okay, I'm in college now. What were some of the expectations that you had in your mind?
Um, I just know that I'm gonna have hella late nights because of homework, which I did a few nights. I have more late nights now at a university than I did at junior college, but I knew it was gonna be difficult. I knew it wasn't gonna be easy, especially because I'm away from home. I was 5 hours away from home, and but um, my expectation was it's gonna be different. You're gonna meet new people, new new friends, and everything. You just gotta get used to the environments. And I got used to it real quick. I knew I wasn't home no more. I know I can't go home see my mom every day. Not a home cooked meal. And I promise you when let you know when you go to college you're gonna miss the home cooked meals so much. but I knew what I had to do. Um, First was school first. I know it was gonna be difficult and I had to learn how to study more. How to learn how to study, take good notes and everything. And I know in the progress it'll be there. And I know that basketball is gonna be an extra step. And and I did not know like I knew the basketball level was gonna be high, but I remember my first few weeks of practice, the official practice and stuff. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I really, to tell you the truth, coach, I felt like I was about to quit because I was like, this is not what I expected. Like I was like, I can't do it with these. I know there like we had a few players that came from Division Ones came to junior college. We had a 7 footer and everything. I'm like, I can't hang with these guys. And but I just kept working. Like coach saw how much I put in work on the court. Cause I'm like, if I try to hang with these guys, I need to get my butt on the court. So I just kept working and stuff. And then when season start, like the fourth, fifth game, I started. Like I remember we were all waiting, and coach was still trying to try new lineups and everything. And he was like, "All right, so this lineup I'm gonna try," because it was like we were playing some weak teams at first at some junior college, and he was like, this guy, this guy, this guy." And I was the last person he called. And I was like, "And Evan, you're gonna start." And I was like, "Huh?" Like I was shocked. I was surprised. I was like, "I'm gonna start." And then after that, I started every game. So one thing expected when kids start joining college, I remember I told one East Central person, Cedric Ali, I told him when your first few weeks of practice, you're gonna feel like you're just gonna give up. I asked every freshman, they felt the same way. They felt like they didn't belong there. But if you say just keep working hard, and I promise you that the game will come to you because this college is way different from high school with the speed of the game, the IQ got to be better and everything. Just overall, but if you keep working hard, keeping in the gym and watching film, I promise it'll be better.
Yeah, yeah, that's good, man. Because it's everybody takes that first year in college. I mean, it's like a wake up call. I mean, a lot of times you'll think that you've been pushed to the highest level you have ever been pushed to. You worked as hard as you could ever work, or what I'm saying. And then you get to college and you're like, man, there's another level. People,
There's another one. Hmm.
yeah, people always say there's another level, but it's something to say it, and it's something else totally different when you actually see it. You're actually on the floor and get a chance to experience. So, just kind of following right with that train of thought. What would you say were some of the influences, whether negative or positive, that you remember having to deal with while you were in high school that kind of helped shape and mold you going to that first year of college, whether it was influences that you had with your peers, people you were in school with, or maybe people in the basketball community, whatever it was, just people, just things that you remember, that were influences on you or try to be an influence on you, negative, or give me one negative and give me one positive that you remember having to deal with.
One positive. I have a negative and a positive, but with I'll start with the negative. Negative, it was just I knew a lot of people doubted me. Like I knew people doubted me and stuff, and I hated that. Even I doubted myself after the Concordia, and it's like after Concordia, I couldn't go to Concordia and stuff. I even doubted myself, but even that, I know some people said like you were good in high school, but you won't go nowhere in college, and people used to say you're probably gonna go to college, but you're not gonna go to a high level. I'm a good D3 player, any like that. And and when I signed that paper to fill my scholarship to go to Lamar, people still doubted me, saying that you're still not gonna go nowhere after that. And I use that as positive energy, take the negative into positive into me and try to prove them wrong. And I've been doing that since my whole life, even my high school career. I've been proving people wrong and stuff. and you just can't leave that in your head. And one thing that's saying about positive is my closest friends here in San Antonio, because they know that I could do it. My closest friends and family just influenced me, even though I was hours away. Even though the simple text message checking on me or just you could do it and everything. I still had them nights that I just look up and be like, I don't even supposed to be here. But this influence of my friends and peers, and then even a few of my teammates, I made my new teammates that I made good relationships that I still talk to today. They helped me a lot, and so it just keep a good bond with the closest friends, your day one people, that your family and friends that just keep you uplifting. And so I have a positive and negative, and that would influence me to help me where I'm at right now.
Yeah, yeah. Now, how would you say that you had to kind of adapt or mature or grow personally and as a player once you got to Lamar? And I'm sorry, we got a little bit ahead. I'll and also let people know kind of where you're at right now. What I mean, kind of in this moment, school you're at right now, kind of how you had to adapt personally and as a player to be where you're at right now.
How to adapt? It's just overall college. It will change. Will make you mature. I think college basketball made me be more very competitive, especially with the people I was around. Because especially junior college. Junior college is very competitive, but at the same time, there's a lot of me because they're trying to get to Division 1. I'm want more of like a team player. Like I want us to be all of us go. But at the same time, is junior college, we have some of them players. They're trying to go. I'm trying to go Division 1. I don't know what's about y'all, especially my freshman year. My freshman year, there's one player that was worried about himself, like worried about his stats and everything. So, but even that, I learned from that to be more mature, and I just did me because I know I'm gonna go somewhere, and hopefully it's Division 1. And just to let you know, I'm at Oklahoma City University, Division 1 NAIA. And tell you the truth, my sophomore year, of my junior college year, um, it was how can I say it? Like I didn't know where I was going. I got a lot of calls from Division 2, Division 2, Division 2, and like I'm happy. Like there's some good Division 2 school. There weren't like no scrums and stuff, but I wanted Division 1. I wanted the good, the full competition because I think my college experience and being with competitive players and stuff, and how we were on it at practice, how we were on it, like we argue each other, like in the court, just how basketball players are. That gave me more competitive, and I wanted that. And next thing you know, it was around January. I got the call from the head coach, and the head coach been looking at me since I was a freshman. So I think you see how much hard work pays off, and you don't even know it. Someone could be watching you right now, and you don't even know it. So that's why I said patience, because he been looking at me since my first. He saw me my first game of my college experience, and he wanted me. So, but tell you, my junior college head coach was an assistant coach for him. So he told him to wait, let me mature and stuff, and I really did mature as a person, as a basketball player, and as just an overall person. I matured very much, and a lot of people notice that. I'm still the goofy Evan. I'm still the goofy Evan I was in high school and stuff. I still make people laugh, but one thing I actually changed is like when I'm on the basketball court, I take it way more serious than I was in high school. Like I took it serious in high school, but not as how I am right now. And that's one thing I love about how how now I'm taking to Oklahoma City, how I could use that to help my teammates, because now this team is now we're more of a team than I was at my junior college. So we're all one, and I know how to be a leader and mature and stuff. Even though I may not be the leader of the team, you still can use your leadership when you were in high school, or when you're at my junior college. I was a team captain at my junior college, and still use it around your new teammates. So that's one thing I learned and stuff, and just being me and growing up in life. And so that one thing I could take from where I was in my high school to my junior college years to my university years at Oklahoma City University.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I can definitely relate to. I was a D2 to JUCO to D1 guy myself, so I definitely know what that JUCO experience is like. People say, but unless you've been through it, you can't really know what that
Right.
JUCO is about. Um,
Definitely.
now you're here, NAIA D1. Have had to grind out to get to where you're at right now. Go ahead and allow. What's a what, what's a typical day like? Okay, I mean, obviously I know the season is right around the corner, and that's why I wanted to kind of do this, as just kind of get this out to some guys before the season starts. What's a typical day like for you guys? Have you guys already started up practice and stuff yet?
Yes. First official practice was last Monday after Hell Week, and that was hell. And but a typical day. I like morning classes. I wish I didn't have 8 o'clock, but I like morning practice just to get the classes over with, and I have time to work out a little bit before practice. But a typical day here at Oklahoma City University. I don't know how other schools do it, but here, um, right now we're having weights at 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday to Wednesday, and then my typical day is weights Monday, Wednesday, and then I have a class 8 o'clock every day at 8 o'clock, and all my classes in the morning, so I got to get that over with. And then every Tuesday and Thursday, because I don't know I'm a shooting guard, so I love to shoot. Tuesday and Thursday, I always get with my assistant coach, and we always work on shooting drills and then a little ball handling drill and stuff. And not it's not long, but we get a lot of shots up. It doesn't matter if it take 30 minutes. It matter what you do in that 30 minutes. So we do a lot of stuff in 30 minutes and stuff, and good enough not to like sore out my knees and my legs for practice. And then we have practice at 4, and say 4 to 6, and we eat, and then after that we eat, and then go to the library. The library is your best friend. Let you know that. Library is your best friend. But that's a very typical day. The season around the corner. Our first scrimmage is this Saturday here at home, and then one thing I can truly say that I'm gonna play my first NCAA Division One basketball game in the arena against Midwestern. That's November 1st, and then November 10th we play against North Texas. So that was my dream, just play in the big arena. I never played in that big arena before. I played like in open gyms and everything. That's cool, but now this is the real game. Like fans gonna be there. It's not a scrimmage. We're gonna have the real jerseys and everything hooked up. Lights, the lights gonna come on. Big they're out. Last year they played against Missouri with Jordan Clarkson was on it too, and it was on their homecoming game. Like they had a homecoming game for basketball, so they said that experience was unbelievable. Even though they got their butt kicked, but even they said they didn't care they got a butt kicked. It was just an experience because it was sand was packed, almost sold out, and it was loud and everything. And we do have a big gym. It does get crowded, they said, but it was just a different level. It was a different level of loudness. And we're gonna play against two of them, two NCAA Division One teams this year, and I'm really excited about that. And that's been my dream since I was in high school, just to play, not even be on a team. I mean, just to play in an NCAA basketball game. So like Division One big school basketball game. So I'm really excited about that. We working hard. This year we have 15 players, but we're all experiences and stuff. And this year we're pressing and everything. So we have shooters, we have ball handlers, we have good postmen that know how to shoot and everything. So we have everything, and just all mixture of players into one team, and that was just a daily life. School always come first, especially in high school. Make sure you get your grades up and everything. That's one thing I say, because you could have bad grades, and not get a scholarship, because coaches now, especially now, coaches are looking at them grades, because if you're not doing good in school, in high school, what do you think you're going to do in college? So that's very important, and
Yeah.
and and that school always comes first, and then always be in the gym. Coaches love if you're a gym rat, and I think one thing, a few, like half of the team, not even half the team, most of the team always be in the gym. But one thing, I like coach always say that I'm always in the gym. I'm making sure coach makes we're getting these shots up, like we're getting these shots up. And only time we don't, if I have like a big test the next day, I say I need to study for this for practice. But overall, um, that's basically every day at Oklahoma City University. It's probably different somewhere else, but that's
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. And I'm glad kind of where you took that, because you actually kind of covered my last question I was going to ask you, which was going to be, what would be some of the best advice that you can give to high school guys that are going through the, I said, the recruiting process, or guys that want to play at that next level. And your story, man, is just so great, because it just speaks to a lot of perseverance. You talked about patience that you had to go through, that you had to learn, the maturity that you had to learn as far as, really taking it serious, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you got to go through something to really learn what serious means. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or be challenged in a certain way to learn what serious means. And speaking on the importance of making sure guys get things done academically, making sure that you're a gym rat type of guy, all the things that don't really show up in the glamour stuff, or really show up, all over social media, or all over, what I'm saying, that people want to see in the headlines and stuff like that, help mold and build the character of a person, which is going to carry you to success, not just on the court, but off the court, man. So that's one thing I've always, admired about you, is that, you've always stayed the course. You know what I mean? Regardless of the challenge that you had, what I'm saying, you always continue to push through, you always continue to believe in yourself. Regardless of whatever situation that you found yourself in, and being able to, share the stuff that you're sharing with all these people, man, is just of tremendous value, because, I mean, just so many guys that just, I think, don't really understand how sports can really impact you as a person, if,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, if you're not serious, if you're not committed, if you're not, grounded and rooted as a person first. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you would have gave up a long time ago, you know what I mean, or you would have quit a long time ago, or you would have, maybe allowed some of the influences that you had to deal with in junior college, or people that you found yourself around in junior college, steer you in a certain direction that wasn't maybe the most beneficial for you.
Right.
Man, I love it, man. What I'm saying, I really appreciate it, and like I said, this is just something that just put on my heart, and I really love when people give back to the game. People give back to young people who aren't afraid to share their experiences with the next generation, because, I mean, that's where it's at. What I'm saying, the world is in the next generation, and you're a huge part of that, Evan. So, man, I definitely appreciate your time. I know it's getting a little bit late tonight. I know
I'm
you
used
said you
to
got
it.
practice. Huh?
I'm used to it. It's, if I really don't have no homework, I'm gonna study a little bit, but after that, Netflix is life. So Netflix.
Netflix in the library will keep you out of a lot of trouble in college.
A
So,
lot of trouble. Don't party too much. There's gonna be a few parties. When they go there, but don't party too much. That one thing. That one thing I experienced. Well, in my junior year of college, there's really not a lot of parties, but I even know that. But I go, but they're going to go to a few parties here and there, and that's not even bad. But don't party too much. Don't party too much. I know people that party too much that just went down. So
say that again. Say that again.
I said don't party too much, because I know people. I didn't party too much, but I know people that party too much that just went down and everything. So I don't party too much, but I do party here and there. It's a break. It's a break. It's a college experience, so enjoy your young life.
Yeah. Cool, man. Well, that's what's up, man. Well, I appreciate it. So, yeah, definitely. So, whoever's seeing this, wherever you're seeing this at, I just pray that she was able to get a little bit of value out of this video. I appreciate your time, for watching this video. You know, if you like what you saw in here, wherever you're seeing this at, you can like. If you're seeing on social media, please like this video, drop a comment on it, what you like best about it. If you want to share it with somebody, please share it with anybody that you think can get some value out of this. And let's continue to track Evan at Oklahoma City University. All right. Health, success, and a lot of blessings to this year, Evan, man. Proud of you, man. Keep going. All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.